VP versus T1 in this first game of the best of 3, I should say. And this is going to be a hype matchup. Okay, Razor versus Viper. Viper this year that we've seen. I mean, both heroes really kind of serve in a similar role in terms of the draft where you pick it up and you don't exactly know what position they are. As we're going to see Whitemon end up dropping here.
That is honestly classic Carl to just run in and like, the stun is missed and he still wants to go for it too. Like, I mean, this guy.
It's worked out pretty well for him overall. As you can see the gank potential now from Save. Only level 3 right now. Takes the Viper Strike. That is a spell to fear if you're an Enchantress, that's for sure. Double Impale from Zephyr. They're going to try to turn this around to get 2 kills. They will do so successfully, but Carl does fall in the end.
To do something around this diffusal timing because you don't want to go late game against all of these illusion killers.
Yeah, we might have a fight here though. GPK taking a little harassment. Cuckoo in the meantime, putting himself in harm's way with that tier 1 tower in tow. Zephyr gets brought down by GPK. Finally, the reign of Nyx Assassin comes to an end. It's going to cost them Cuckoo as well, as we see the Winter's Curse onto Whitemon. Doesn't have dive, does have egg, but obviously they would have killed it anyway. So nice 3-kill setup here for VP.
He is just extending his team's ability to farm by doing that, because they're going to go on him first.
That's actually an interesting point, though, because VP, if you look at their lineup, they don't actually have the greatest high ground push. It's Cuckoo trying to get off the split earth, the static link applied, and there's the Winter's Curse, and the heals coming from the side from Whitemon. Will it be enough into the egg to follow likelihood? Nope. They're first going to get the kill onto Cuckoo, so that's a big kill overall for VP as they clean up yet another. And inside this Wukong's command, 23 Savage trying to save Zephyr. He'll do so successfully. But now they're on the retreat. Or you could get Ags so you go up high ground on a different path than you're used to, and then initiate on them in the back.
That's so smart.
That's right. That's we have really the Impale. Viper Strike to follow. This looks like the death of DM. Gets off the Stampede, but really to not much avail. But it looks like VP still want to fight here. We see the Impetus going to work with Whitemon. It looks like he's going to survive. A nice split earth, keeping Save in place, and that is a double kill for Carl.
They do have a lot of chase potential with the PL. He can just chase forever and keep killing people, and then Razor's gonna have like plus 300 damage.
Oh, we have the initiation yet again. Wukong's command is out, but it's not gonna be able to save Cuckoo. Winter's Curse to follow. Look at the damage to Nightfall. He's trying to get out with that doppelganger. Will be successful for now, but the egg right next to him, he definitely cannot kill it, so just has to run, and now being chased by the Monkey King. And here's the counter initiation again. DM does get the successful hoof stomp off. 23 Savage getting all his damage stolen. Gets off the Jingu finally, but the Boundless Strike only hits 1. Not a whole lot of heal other than from Whitemon. It looks like it's going to be his death as a result. So 2 for nothing. Impetus coming through. Not enough to take out the Phoenix in the meantime. Zephyr showing off his Aghanim Scepter, but he is left all alone. All the damage reduction in the world will not save you there. Beautiful fight from VP.
I think the tweeting is very annoying. There's this bird that sits on my window in the mornings at like 3 a.m. And tweets into the window, and it's very annoying.
Thank you for sharing that information.
I scare it away every single day.
Well, speaking of birds, I have no segue. That was so bad. PL dies, that's the Aegis. He's actually completely surrounded. Monkey King gets off the Wukong's command, and yeah, VP just have to leave their PL. That is not how you want to use the Aegis. He is dead for 60 seconds, and now the chase with the tree dance. 23 Savage, like a bird on the trees. Does he have enough damage? No.
So beautiful.
Save gets away.
That was so good. You know, there's the obvious ones like Zeus and Tinker, but
Tinker's pretty annoying too, yeah.
But if you catch him, it's all over.
23 Savage with a Boundless Strike. Will find Save. Question is, will he get the kill this time around with the help of Whitemon? Stampede to follow, though. 23 Savage just going to TP out. Will be successful to dive away. Zephyr and Cuckoo will likely fall here, though. So a little bit of miscommunication potentially from T1. And VP gets some pretty value. I mean, Cuckoo is position 3. He's died a lot this game.
Just the idea in general of like making the enemy team scared of you for entering into an area is really good.
Yeah, we have the Mindbreaker now in the PLs. We see 23 Savage wind up his ultimate into the Boundless Strike. Cold Embrace is going to save DM for now. Winter's Curse to follow. This will give him a lot of space. DM just barely gets out with his life. Cuckoo is surviving inside that Wukong's command, and now the chase is on for T1. They're going to focus on Carl. Gets that static link off with the BKB to follow. GPK has a BKB of his own. We see the Boundless Strike for the Jingu Mastery, I should say, proc. And that's a 1-for-1 exchange to start things out. Nightfall deep within the tier 2 tower right now. He does not have Aegis. He does have Heart, but he's extremely tanky right now. A 4-man smoke now from T1. And we won't know when Roshan is up for a bit here. Looks like we're going to find Save, who has a BKB already on the Enchantress. My goodness. Winter's Curse, it's a solo one for now, though, as the disengage is there with the Stampede. Talked about that before. VP taking full advantage of that. It's going to cost the egg already. Viper pops the BKB. Carl's in a lot of troubles. staying alive for now, but the static link still applied, and GPK in the end finally gets the kill. But now he's put himself a little bit in harm's way. Has no save for him. Zephyr with a nice stun. Yeah, 1 for 1 again on the mid laners, but the question is, will this turn into more? Hoof Stomp comes in, a nice dodge from 23savage. He gets the balanced strike up. He is doing so much damage. Look at this stun from Zephyr. Again, huge ravage essentially. And T1 turning this around again. Kingslayer inside the trees. Split Earth connects. Give it to Zephyr. Damn it. He should have gotten it. As, I mean, we talked about the shards in this game, but Leshrac shard is really good. We talked about Viper. If you want to go high ground, it's a really good one. We're going to see a fight. Looks like Save might take a tumble here. Cold Embrace is going to keep him alive for now, but you can see the pseudo counter in the Sunray coming through. Nice Winter's Curse to disengage. Might actually buy enough space for VP to chillax and reset here. Sending out some illusions. Still using the cover the Wukong's command, but now VP. Perhaps they want to fight now that big ult is down. Zephyr.
He's just still there. He doesn't.
Yeah, he gets
immortal.
the mana burn, the impale. Now getting surrounded. Hoof Stomp is there. Balance Strikes is going to save him for a little bit here. Spike Carapace in that AoE. And look at this. Centaur has nothing to work with now. Cold Embrace. Now you're stuck within the midst of T1 as an entire team. Centaur is not tanking in that situation.
Is Carl just solo killing Kingslayer here?
He is doing a lot from basically global range there, right? The global range attacks from Carl.
Absolutely.
Enchanted Quiver on top of the Hurricane Pike.
To stop his BKB TP, so the gem's never going to be lost.
But he won't have BKB for this potential fight here. 23savage with that BKB. Plenty of time to work with. And just pounding into this minus armor tower now, thanks to Carl on the backside. And Zephyr, he's going to get Winter's Curse. Okay. A lot of damage reduction. You can see the heal coming out from Whitemon. They're going to apply all their pressure to him if they can. The question is it going to be enough? Zephyr looks to be falling here, so that's going to be a good pickup for VP. The egg with the Sunray just a little bit too late, but even if they lose Zephyr, perhaps they can still fight. No. T1 now on the run. Nice stun from DM on the back line. GPK trying to go in, but the Wukong's command is enormous with this 25 talent. And DM just dies. Split Earth connects on the Kingslayer. I think with that now, potentially can push, but the buyback down to the Wyvern. He's already used his ultimate. Faking out this balance strike. Will finally use it to connect. Static Link is applied still. Better be careful for 23savage here as Cuckoo gets off the Split Earth. Not going to connect it on anybody though. 23savage with that Jingu Mastery. Nice Cold Embrace, but the Sunray to counter it. Will it be enough? It's going to be pretty close. Dives away to safety, but GPK finds his way to the grave regardless. Finally, Nightfall in the midst of things. Finally gets that Phoenix kill, but it's going to cost him so much here. And Nightfall with barely any mana to work with. Focusing on a Cuckoo. 23savage again with a Boundless Strike. He just, I mean, still has the Aegis and still has this mega farm. Trying to find the right illusion. And Cuckoo looks to be falling to Nightfall. Gets off that Ghost Scepter, but it's going to delay the inevitable here. So VP do hold, technically speaking. Did cost some buybacks. And I think the idea behind the Doppelganger cooldown for this game is if you lose the Divine Rapier, you die.
Yeah.
The Doppelganger, I mean, that's a great safety measure for yourself.
Yeah, sure. Makes sense.
Oh, the Spike Carapace is going to keep the Razor in place into the right clicks from 23savage, but there is the Aghanim Scepter Stampede coming through with all that damage reduction to come. Nightfall, oh, the Phoenix staying alive for now. Not able to get off Egg, though, so a nice first kill for VP. See if the buybacks come through on T1 side or not. Split Earth will connect, though. This will be a huge kill. Big impale on the two heroes. And it looks like DM takes the tumble first. Cold Embrace did save the PL for the time being, but Nightfall just doesn't do enough damage to actually make a difference here. GPK just getting chased by Cuckoo, who's been dying all game. And we actually will live thanks to that Yules. 23savage now in enemy lines is so tanky himself with that butterfly.
Look how fast
trying to dodge a little bit here. And of course, the rest of his team on the backside, Zephyr continuing to get these big impales out. Cold Embrace not able to withstand this damage. Boundless Strike is there. And finally, Save will go down. So it's now a 4 versus 3. They do get that full set of racks in the bot lane. And it looks like they're just going to reset.
Which is a cool concept.
Yeah, and this next, they're getting scanned right now, so. T1 do know this could be the game-ending fight here. 23savage, Boundless Strike came out.
Oh, that's a big item on Monkey King, or a big rune on Monkey King.
Oh, Nightfall. Oh, he's in a lot of trouble. It's already at half HP. Pops the BKB. They now see the Divine Rapier. Do they have the damage to actually finish off? Big Wukong's command to come out. It's going to be a 1-for-1 exchange to start things out just on supports. All right, he's beating the crap out of his own teammate here, but it looks like Cuckoo will survive with that Bloodstone thereafter. Nice impale from Zephyr yet again. There's the Boundless Strike. They really want this Divine Rapier onto Nightfall. Attempting to get out at half HP again, and Carl is coming. They're going to get Into the trees we go. And this, nice doppelganger, but you can see the Jingu stacks coming through. A nice stun from Centaur, saving, but Zephyr again. The Impales have just been...
That's got to be game. Yeah, that's game.
So on point this game. It was a good last-ditch effort, but just didn't work out for VP.
VP is up against a DK, a Leshrac, and a Spectre. All heroes that are very tanky, all heroes that don't want to have Vessel on them. It's such a good Vessel game. Yeah. They all also run in.
Okay. Ooh, top lane. First blood goes the way of T1. Well, it was originally nerfed because people started playing him as support, which he wasn't originally intended for.
That's
right?
true. That is true.
As we see the rotation into the bot lane, Tornado, EMP again. Cuckoo gets X marks. Here comes the boat. I mean, he's quite tanky. Let's see if this is enough damage or not. Into the air, just extreme lockdown from VP. And you can kind of see where the draft comes together here.
I think it's a really important item to get this game. And so they're just using DM's Kunkka to run around. And
oh boy, Vendetta into the Impale. Split Earth to follow. Big kill onto Nightfall. Winter's Curse is there, though, as Kingslayer and company have come to try to get a trade. It will be for Carl, it looks like. And it might break up here. But there's the Dragon Form from Cuckoo with that Siege and that annoying Satyr creep as well. So some damage at the very least will be applied to this tier 1 tower. You see the Blade Mail finally online for Spectre.
That is a cool call. He has all of these like torrent damage and stun talents.
Look at, he went for the damage talent though. Interesting. Typically when you want to go Ags, you go for the other one for sure. So that indicates that he's probably not going to go for that. As Cuckoo jumps in with a Dragon Tail, impetus from the side. Kingslayer does get off the Cold Embrace for now. Nightfall again has his Chronosphere. It's going to connect onto 2, but they will find the Wyvern in the end. EMP right on top as Whitemon gets torrented, will be brought down. So it's a 1-for-1 with the buyback. Of course, Wyvern still has that ultimate to work with as GPK getting chased. Gets arrowed under the tier 1 tower, so 23savage has to be a little bit careful here. The Starstorm to follow. He's taking so much damage, especially with that Spirit Vessel applied. DM has the X marks into Torrent, and this should be enough to take out the position 1 from T1. And Nightfall with the Value Midas right afterwards. They somehow win a fight.
Every single game, I've seen him have so much impact on this Kunkka.
Pick rate's actually crazy. We see Cuckoo jumping with the Dragon Tail. Carl, Split Earth to follow. No curse online for Kingsley. Does get off the Cold Embrace for now, but DM is in a lot of trouble. There's the curse. Just came off cooldown. You can see the tidal wave come out. Boat to follow connects onto 2. That is a lot of damage. Meteor is here, though, and you can see the slow from that Ice Wall just doing work this fight. X marks onto Carl. Is that another tidal wave? What is the cooldown on this freaking thing? 3 dead in the blink of an eye for VP. Sunstrike. Triple kill for GPK. All right, the double Midas works. Cuckoo and company trying to take out Roche here as we see the tidal wave again. Hits only 1. Okay. And it looks like this is actually going to be a freebie for T1. Cataclysm comes online, but not able to find anybody.
Wow, if they can get out of this.
Yeah, we're going to have the Dragon Tail. They might actually want to fight here. If they can take out the curse before it's there. Yeah, the Chronosphere just a little bit too late, but the boat on top of 3 into the arrow, into Meteor as well. You wish from VP side, you at least kept the Cataclysm for this, but they have a lot of damage. Double kill for Nightfall as he's absolutely going ham now. Triple kill as 23savage now on the run with that Blade Mail activated. The bash is there. Another kill goes the way of VP. That is the Aegis. Arrow connection successful, and this is likely going to be an... Okay, it's not an ultra kill. I was ready to scream. But it's a 4th kill.
He wants like mixed damage as opposed to just magical
technically
damage.
You said 2, but there's actually 3 Torrent talents, right? The 80 AoE as well, which does
that's true.
go on top of the
Well, I was thinking, does that increase the damage for no reason?
AoE? No. As we're going to see Carl, Sunstrike is going to connect. He's stuck inside the Ice Wall. Nice kiting overall from VP. And they're going against double Midas. Yeah, don't forget to use it here, young man. There we go. Well done.
Career.
Oh, Split Earth actually does connect. Nightfall trying to be careful here. Ooh, time dilation. Does actually proc on top of Whitemon. Nice Torrent connects as well into everything. Tidal Wave, Tornado, everything. We're seeing the Chronosphere onto 1 with the Cataclysm to follow. That's 2 dead right off the bat. It's going to cost them their Winter Wyvern, though. Time dilation again. 23savage. He's stuck in the vicinity of a lot of VP players, and you can see the meatball come out. It's just too much damage to deal with. Double kill for Nightfall, as now Cuckoo's BKB has already been expended, attempting to get out, but with that cold snap keeping him basically in place. Starstorm, GPK gets credit for that kill. VP, yeah, GGs are actually going to be called here, and I can't blame them. After after the laning stage, it looked like T1 were in pretty good position. Sand King to at least get a couple early levels without any fear of death.
Yeah, and being against a Clockwork, too.
Oh, wow. Yep, he's in meta. That means the damage is online. Whitemon trying to chase to get a little bit of vision for his carry player, and with the Earth Spike, it's going to ensure that first blood goes the way of T1.
23 probably just identified that, like, okay, I should not have gone mid like that.
That save will be caught out here. He gets Whitemon inside his cogs with the battery assault applied as well. Cuckoo trying to make some space, gets the epicenter off, but the burrow strike misses. Nightfall with the doppelganger will be fine. Wonder if that would have been enough damage. Maybe. Kingslayer now getting pressured in the meantime. Looks like the Earth Spike will ensure that at least T1 gets somebody. Oh, actually, GPK and Kingslayer are here. And of course, I'm assuming they have sentries. Indeed, they do. Cuckoo staying around a little bit too long. So that'll be essentially a freebie for VP.
For Cuckoo, but it's so much worse as a Sand King to die when there's a catapult wave, because your whole job is defending those towers.
Now, Whitemon save. Is he going to be in range? The cogs are there, pushes them up into an area that isn't allowed by Gaben himself. But on the other side, Carl with the focus fire. DM misses the Ravage, and Whitemon is actually surviving through this. The power shot connects. Kingslayer's dead instead. Somehow T1 have turned this around. Maybe they can turn it around onto DM himself. They're going to focus on to the PL for now. Save looks to be the first to fall here in this little mini engagement. So 2 for nothing. Carl, okay, this will be an even bigger kill, though, for VP. He's getting slowed perpetually. The blocks attempt from Cuckoo, not quite enough. And now the Viper Strike he has to worry about. Burrow Strike with the melee range. And after all of that, VP still gets 2 value kills.
How does Carl know? Did they smoke on a ward, or?
Cuckoo, okay, maybe he does know.
Carl with the game sense.
Yeah, so the smoke, okay, they might find the kill instead onto Zephyr. We're going to see the Ravage is going to connect on 2. Be a nice, easy cleanup for VP on Zephyr here. As we see the Burrow Strike connect on the Clockwork, we see 23 Savage gets off the Metamorphosis, which means DM has to be a little bit careful here. In the meantime, Carl with the Focus Fire, he's able to get the AA, but he might take the Viper Strike in turn. We have the Sunder available, not sure. Carl getting extremely low, though. And it's going to be a 2 for 2 to start things out, because now the chase is on to GPK.
Oh, Cuckoo's a haste.
Yep, haste rune. Burrow Strike in 5 seconds. He has to be careful. He's inside the Sandstorm right now, and the right clicks will be enough. So T1 end up getting a ton of kills in this fight. And 23 Savage is back, Jenkins.
Yeah, that's a really cool call from T1.
Not up to par in terms of just the mid lane matchup as of yet. As we see VP now going to town on this tier 1 tower.
Huh, without Ravage, too. T1 could fight this, but it looks like they don't want to.
Hook shot connects. AA Blast is coming. I don't even think we've seen this spell this game. Cursed is going to be trying to counteract this, and the right clicks from Viper. More than enough for Whitemon to take a tumble. So this will be a tier 1 tower for VP.
Trying to kind of poke there while VP were pushing that to delay it. But they saw Cuckoo on the ward top, so they know that that was not something that T1 was supposed to be able to do.
Zephyr getting chased now. Gets the Arctic burn off, trying to go to the high ground, but this is too much damage. Attempts to TP as well, actually.
He has this idea that the first Aegis often is what you want to use to just extend the farm that you can take on the map, and we can see Nightfall.
Carl, focus fire with the BKB onto the Tidehunter, but the Kraken Shell into the Ravage is there. Attempting to run away as BKBs galore are popped. PL in the meantime on the other side of the map here, or the side of the fight I should say, is Whitemon getting pressured, but there's a nice Burrow Strike into the right clicks from 23 Savage, trying to find the real PL, but remember, this is just the Aegis, even if they get him. Cuckoo, mana being drained, 23 Savage forced to TP out. Burrow Strike doesn't even have enough mana to TP anymore, so just trying to create as much space as possible, but this is going to be the 3rd kill for VP, and still they maintain the Aegis. And then, or PL, you can focus fire, which maybe you would have killed him, but that's the Aegis still. So no good choice for Carl there. He has forced to pop the BKB. Burrow Strike into the Epicenter. AA Blast will clip Carl. The Epicenter really not doing that much. Again, most of the damage done to a hero that still has Aegis. Big hook shot from Save, but not able to really turn this into anything else, as it looks like he's going to die inside his own cogs here. Has buyback, but this is not looking like much of a push now.
Oh, VP, they smoke up off of that.
Yep, and we've only seen a couple Ravages this game.
Oh, they see Cuckoo, but
very patient.
They're dodging him. They want to go for the back line.
The haste rune's actually be taken by Cuckoo with big Ravage onto 3. Looks like the AA Blast will follow suit. 2 dead instantly in favor of VIRTUS.PRO. The Diffusal MKB Heart Manta, he is fully loaded. And you can see with this GPK shard, these buildings do not last very long. T1, looks like they want to fight. They got the burrow strike, but a nice hook shot onto 2 with the cogs inside the double BKB. Ice Blast to follow. Ravage comes out. It's barely going to clip 23 Savage as they focus all their efforts on him. He's going to pop his BKB, though, and get the Sunder off successfully, but they're kiting him quite well. He finally finds save in the end, but it's a 1-for-1. It costs him their mid laner. Nightfall, he is taking a ton of damage, but this is just the Aegis, remember. Zephyr, quite low in terms of the mana capacity. We'll see if VP want to disengage or not. The nice Hex. Again, the right clicks are something to absolutely fear for 23 Savage. Doppelganger to low ground with the Finger of Death. All right, Kraken Shell procs. Epicenter finally comes through for Cuckoo. And it does secure them DM as this tower just melts. Man, this shard is crazy. He's running out of mana, but does have the cheese ready to go. And this is going to be a melee. They're just giving it up right here as Carl pops the BKB and the focus fire. They're applying all their pressure to GPK, and they'll get him successfully. Has his buyback available as Nightfall focusing on the backline supports. Not able to find a kill yet, though. He's going to shackle for now, Carl. You see the DM Ravage coming out into the follow-up hook shot, but where's the damage? There's the curse inside the cogs right now. They're getting Force Staff into the backline again. Still only a 1-for-1. Hook shot to safety. Save. Another cogs to try to create a little bit of space here.
Oh, he got crit twice.
Yeah, but he's fine for now. He's going to get... Actually, that's the overclock. We didn't even mention he has Ags. So finally did end up getting it, but because of that stun...
Yeah, why does anybody hire us?
We have the burrow strike. A blast is coming from afar. DM is in the vicinity, but they're blowing up the PL. And down Nightfall goes. No buyback. Big triple curse destroys AA. And there's the fear from 23's Aghanim Scepter. And just like that, T1 find 3 enormous kills. Yep, the focus fire gets that melee rack. So that is 2 racks in favor now of T1. Basically evening it up for all intents and purposes. Yep, hook shot is there. A blast to follow. Can they actually blow up? 23 Savage pops the BKB, but the right clicks are out of control. Crit after crit. Not the player from EG, of course. We're talking about the Daedalus. 23 Savage gets Force Staffed. Okay, there's the Sunder. Ravage comes off a little bit late, and 23 Savage is out of there. The Spider Legs save him, and now they TP out to safety after the buybacks have cometh. It's going to be too late. So Aegis, Cheese, Aghanim Scepter. Who are we going to see? It's actually on the PL. We have to wait and talk about that in just a moment. Earthspike is going to connect. You can see the shard on Whitemont saving him from now. Burrow Strike to follow. But look at that damage, just out of control. But the big curse onto PL. Right clicks from GPK on the sideline, but you see the damage from Carl going right through it. Gets Force Staff to safety for now, but inside the pit they go, and the right clicks from 23 Savage are just out of control. GPK inside the pit is dead, but it will cost them the Wind Ranger. Nightfall, still with that Aegis. Looking very healthy right now as GPK's Courier gets killed with an MKB on it. See if that has any implications here. It is a mid for a mid.
The D ward, though, so.
Yeah, Zephyr being spotted on the cliff here. And both teams being very careful as there's the fear that's coming out with the Finger of Death. PL is dead. 100 seconds does have buyback. Will expend it immediately. DM now on the run. You see the hook shot. This could be pretty big with the A blast coming as well. But there's the Sunder just in time. But 3 stuck inside the cogs. This is a lot of damage coming through now from VP. And will this buyback end up saving them in the end? They do find the Terrorblade. He does have buyback right now. Zephyr's getting focused. GPK doing so much damage on the sideline here. 3 for 2 with the buyback onto the PL. Another buyback to come from Kingslayer himself. And they might just try to go for Throne.
So he went for an Eon Disc on carry.
Yeah,
which
that's true.
Notoriously, we saw Arteezy do this.
Oh, big Ravage. He has the refresher. Double Ravage into the kill. Die back on 23 Savage. It's now turned into a 4 versus 5. I'm not sure if T1 have enough damage on top of all this. We'll just have to wait and see. GPK, they can play this even just a little bit slow if they really want. Nightfall, his Eon Disc does proc. You see the cogs blocking in several heroes here. Carl inside, broken and brought down. Does have buyback though, but Sand King into the buyback as well as the building. GPK, objective-based gamer here. That is 1 tier 4 tower down. He's just going to focus the racks right now. They are going to lose the clockwork, but that is a buyback. And it looks like fortification finally popped. Maybe they just came off cooldown, but tower is basically dead at this point. All right, they have a couple of stuns applied with the focus fire to follow, but the disarm onto Wind Ranger gets the cold embrace to save for now. The several Force Steps are now even farther from the fountain. They can just focus the racks though in all likelihood. VP trying to turn this around into their favor. And VP look like they're going to the grand finals, Jenkins. What a freaking performance. Although,
It's not over
Wind
yet.
Ranger
It
has
thrown.
something to say about this. A Blast not going to connect, but Carl doing so much damage to that BKB. This will be a dieback. Another Cold Embrace saving him. Burrow Strike's going to apply with the hook shot to follow. Only 2 alive for T1 versus the 3 of VP. Finger of Death doing a ton of damage in the meantime, but GPK pops the BKB, still going for Throne, finds it.
Wow.
Oh,